Racehorses. Results of the Caribbean Challenge 2008. 12 entries, very closely contested competition.
I don't want to say anything that's 100% sure, but I believe it's fun. I don't want to announce anything unless I've been told, but from what I've gathered, I think it's yes.
Racehorses Caribbean Challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Went to World Race Champ. £1,500, the first prize check, and we also had the Young Producer Award. The winner went this year to the Young Producer, Jimbo Fuster. And he also received a nice check from ROR. A big thank you from the Retraining Racehorses. New Cows give the opportunity to promote this such important part of Retraining Racehorses into Polo World, this high profile day, and such a good showcase for Polo and for the future of the sport. Big thank you. There was some great wins, down to 6th place prizes. To everyone that's put that in place. So like John said, a couple of minutes to go before we kick off. Take your places, take your seats. La Bamba de Echo in the red. RH Polo in the black. We'll introduce the teams to you very shortly.
I should just say before we do the introduction to the teams, there is a substitute for the Bamba de Echo. David Sterling, you can see on your programme, unfortunately is unable to take part today. Instead you see out there Polito Perez, the cousin of Facundo Perez, who we saw in the early game. He is playing in number 3 for the Bamba de Echo.
Yeah, and just one from 10 goals off 9 goals Polito. John, like you say, Facundo, the best in the world. 10 goals, Polito, his cousin, just one handicap behind, working his way up to try and chase Facundo. Amazing. So at the moment we've got Suara 1.
Yeah, 5. Playing at number 2, Mick Podesta. Number 3, Guillermo Cassette. And at back, Rodrigo Andrade.
Sing that. And then let's move on to the team in red for La Bamba de Echo. Started playing this tournament in 1995. Here we go at 1, Jean-Francois Decaux. A handicap of 0 goals. Playing at 2, Byron Watson. Handicap of 3 goals. Replacement, like we said, David Sterling out for the cousin of Facundo. It is number 3, Polito Pierres. Afternoon to you, Polito, of 9 goals. And at the back, it is Juan Martinero with a handicap of 10 goals. That is the team from La Bamba. They won this in 2009. They reached the semis of the Queen's Cup this year. And Jean-Francois first entered his team in 1995. They are the red shirts, and this is for the Tramontana Cup.
So as the players line up out on the far side, rules are the same, but entry change after the goals are scored. The players then just forming up in formation. It will be Lavamba, I reckon. They are heading towards the scoreboard. And Lavamba, well, when it was Polon, Sterling and Juan Martino, they have a duo who have won this trophy together before, and they are one of the most fancy sides in it, but it's going to be Sapa Cassette for RH, who lets to get going quickly for the team in black on the far side. Cassette just slowing it down. Coming in behind him is the Brazilian Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade will pick up the ball in space, being closed down quickly there by Juan Martin Nero. The ball by Andrade into the body of Nero. He manages to still get it away on the near side. Rodrigo Andrade just being forced into a corner there, eventually bringing it onto the left side of his horse. Nero not giving up, and the 10-goaler from Argentina beats off a Brazilian. Juan Martin Nero looks to go.
Juan Martin doesn't get what he wants on it, and it's backed by the black shirts. Picked up by Nero as he came flying across, but whistle straight away on that play in the first. So a little regrouping. We're going to be saying this man's name a lot, Juan Martin Nero. 10 goals like Facunde. They play very differently, these two, of the same handicap, but Rodrigo Andrade as well at the back for RH. And the penalty has gone in favour of RH for the first penalty of the chukker. It's going to be Guillermo Sapo Guillermo Cassette is going to take this penalty. Here we go, 60 penalty defended. Great strike. Oh, punched out of the air, but it still went in. There's the first goal up on the scoreboard from Guillermo.
It's an early score then for RH. A bit of time to get going with the other semi-final. Don't be surprised to see similar kind of action at the beginning of this semi-final as well. Two very similar teams in their style of playing. So it'll be interesting to see how they counteract each other. What could be a real game of cat and mouse as the players line up again on the far side. There was a whistle from the umpire. He will just wait for a gap to form in between the two sets of players, and we are underway again with the ball rolling on the stick now. Jean-Francois Decaux looking to take it now past Sapa Cassette. Cassette gets the hook in, and it eventually falls to Martin Podesta. Podesta now taking it up over the halfway line. The shot looks good from here as he's closed down quickly by Polito Perez. Perez on the near side, deft little touch here by Perez, giving it now to Juan Martin Nero. Look how Watson takes away Rodrigo Andrade for Lavamba de Areca, allowing Nero a little bit of space, and eventually it falls to Byron Watson. He leaves it for Polito Perez, and it's Perez now his chance to get going. One of the most exciting players in terms of attacking in polo. He now hits the long shot towards the goal, but he's just hit the ground a little bit here, and RH will have a chance to bring the ball round.
Ball still in play though, John. Oh, a little bit of a collision up there from Byron, but the play continues. There's no whistle, and look how there's 2 against 1 as it comes back down to this ball. Polito comes away from it. He drops back. There's the strike from Guillermo. No black player onto it. Will it hit a red player first? Yes, it does. Byron managed to get a backhand to it, but it's picked once again up by RH. That's a nice strike, and there's a little bit more speed. Jean-Francois goes back in defence for Lavamba. Clears it. Nice clear, but out over the boards it goes. So it'll be a hit to the RH black team.
So ball going over the boards, as we know, the new rule in this year, you get penalised for hitting the ball over the boards inside the 60, so they will just move it back, and it's an indirect penalty. Chipped down the ground by Cassette, but it was plucked up, yeah, beautifully there by Nero, and Nero now gives it to Polito Perez. Polito Perez going hard with Cassette. Cassette on a horse called Raspadita, but look at Polito Perez go. It's Polito Perez. Oh, he's got the legs, he's got the speed. Polito Perez for Lavamba to tie us up in the first chuck and way. Oh no! Oh, he nearly made it interesting.
They like to keep it interesting today, don't they, John? Nice goal from Polito.
Polito running away on a horse called Agatha out there. He will be out here playing Polon Sterling's horses.
They've thrown it early. They haven't waited for everyone to come back. You don't need to. As soon as you're lined up, they throw it in. So we're down now. There's the strike. Up to Bamba. Can Jean-Francois get onto it? No, he can't. Whistle there. Guillermo looking. I won't translate that to English for you. What he did say in English, I will translate to us, I'm awfully sorry. So, La Bamba drop back. 30 yards they must be away from the ball. Penalty given to La Bamba. Stops the Red Arrows attack. It's over his shoulder. He's got Andrade behind him. He's got Soleimani. Andrade says, okay, I'm behind if you need. You take it if you want. Guillermo. Look at Byron. Byron trying to get in. Gets the hook. Nice from Byron, but Andrade's there. Rodrigo looks up now. He's got a couple of options. Will Cassette come in behind? Blocking. Oh, Byron. Oh, hanging on for dear life. And there's a whistle there. Nearly came out the side door, Byron. Stops the clock.
So another whistle by the umpires there. This time it goes in favour of La Bamba de Areco. Still Byron Watson there just being hit slightly behind the saddle, so it has gone in favour of the team in red. One Martin there on a locally bred horse called Reebok in this chukker. Bred up at Madam's Farm by Alan Kent, I don't mind plugging that one. And one Martin there, look how it moves. Just tapping that ball, just bringing it up closer now, taking it towards Martin Podesta, who waits up nearer now, sends Byron Watson out to the left. Byron Watson looking to pick it up. Down the ground goes John Francois Licora, and Polito Perez coming in to help his teammate out. The young South African player here, Byron Watson, tightens it up onto the inside there, Rodrigo Andrade. Oh, what a hit by Andrade! And Andrade's plucked it. He's gone now up against Byron Watson. Now he's got Polito Perez. Settling in behind is Juan Martin Nero. Look at Rodrigo Andrade go. On the near side. It's up towards the goal. It's going to go close. It's going to the left. Can he cut it in? He cuts it. It's rolling. It's through!
Oh, John, what a goal. Rodrigo being chased by Polito on the near side. He takes it. It looked like it would go wide, and the angle on that cut shot, absolutely beautiful from Rodrigo Andrade. That's why he's 8 goals. And yeah, great start to this first chukker. We thought we were going to enter in slowly, but all guns are blazing from both teams. So changing direction every time a goal is scored again. For those of you that joined us on New to Polo, RH in the lead, 2-1. Here we go. La Bamba, Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois out wide. That's good. Cassette is following. Jean-Francois just couldn't get that big strike on him that he wanted, and in comes Byron to challenge, but it comes back to Cassette, back to Sapper, back to Guillermo. All these names that he has. Looks left, he's being hassled by Nida. Byron's there waiting for the red. Amazing how he hangs out the horses like he's attached to the saddle by a piece of elastic. This young South African player. Back in the fray it goes.
So it's here now with Polito Perez getting the hook, drives it down the ground, looking for the goal. It's going to roll close here. Going back in defence is Martin Podesta, but it still just goes wide out to the left-hand side, so it will be RH Bull. I believe Sappho means toad, or frog is his nickname. Affectionate, no doubt, from the Argentines. This is brought in here now by Martin Podesta. Podesta with the tap, sending his players down the ground. Coming in behind him now is, sorry, no, this is Podesta now. Was Rodrigo Andrade. Podesta on the fresh pony now, having a look down the ground to see where Cassette is. Closing him down was Polito Perez. It will be Juan Martin Nero to pick up the play. Nero turns around up onto the inside now of Cassette. The umpires will have a look and tell one of the players to do something with it. Eventually it's left for Perez. Perez with a little golf chip. He's lined it up, but it's taken out the air superbly there by Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade now, he looks to get RH going down the other end. It's going to be Cassette. Andrade calls him off the play and keeps on going at speed. Rodrigo Andrade now will hope it stays in play. Polito Perez waits, and Polito Perez, he will not miss that one as it bounces. Lovely stick work there by Perez. Juan Martin Nero, open backhand. These two already looking familiar with each other. Polito Perez, of course, the substitute in for Sterling. Juan Martin Nero now on Reebok. Coming up now onto the inside of South Cassette. Rodrigo Andrade, he's in behind. The first buzzer is gone, so we've got about 25 seconds left to play here before they go off and change for a first time. It's still there with Nero just teasing the two RH players, and it eventually falls for Perez. Perez with the shot into the crowd. It's going to go wide to the right hand side of the goal mouth. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first chukker, and it's RH Polo who lead 2-1.
His name was Jeff, he had a horse. He walked alone with his 2 coins in his boys. He made his way through the country and shade with nothing more.
Made the semis this year, in their 4th year. To get here, they beat Park Place. Park Place that got into the final of the Queen's Cup, fairly new to the high goal, causing some stir, Park Place, but RH managed to take that win to put them here in the semi-finals. La Bamba in the red, like we said earlier, they got through the semis of the Queen's Cup. They won this tournament in 2009. And they got their spot here by beating Team Talandrakas 10 goals to 8 to get a spot here in the semis.
But it's a long break. Until May, it's a long.
So second chukker up on the scoreboard. Here we go.
So with that ball going just wide there from Polito Perez at the end of the first chukker, we're underway with an RH knock, and it's there with Podesta looking for a run straight away of Rodrigo Andrade, but closing him down is Byron Watson. Watson has looked to see where Nero goes. He wants the open backhand. It's left short, but it just finds its way through to Nero eventually, but Sapper Cassette comes in and clears up for RH Cassette. Coming up, using Rodrigo Andrade again as his blocker there. You see, so clever these players and these teams have. They use those players to give the big boys at the back the time and space, but he's given it to Byron Watson. Watson now, one of the most exciting players of the season so far. Byron Watson with the goal! Byron Watson, the South African. What a finish by him.
Such commitment when he strikes that ball, John. Literally near side, offside, and boom, straight through the posts. So we're 2-2 in the 2. And it goes straight out the back, straight to Polito, but no, picked up by RH Andrade. Little open backhand to try and find Podesta. Hassled by Byron. Look at him in there like a Jack Russell. South African one. Guillermo Sapo. Little cheeky backhand, just a little one. Enough or not? Not enough. Well, yes, maybe it was. They lured La Bamba in. But we'll see.
There's about 4 players all claiming the right of way then. 2 umpires to pick it up.
Polito is convinced it's in favour of La Bamba. And like we said, if you just joined us, David Sterling not playing in the number 3 position for La Bamba. Being replaced today. It was replacement for Polito Piñeras. 9 goals.
Looks like it has gone in favour of La Bamba eventually. Perez thought he might have a penalty for 60-yarder. You see, umpires, if a team is attacking, making forward motion when they get fouled, they tend to move the ball forward to one of the set-piece defined locations. As they were facing sideways, not a lot of momentum either way. It just gets put from the spot. About 90 yards out. It'll be a fancy one Martin Nero from here.
Seen it do before. Little team talk. Red shirts. What are we doing? Juan Martini's like, well, we're going to score. Okay, where do you want us? Just get it up there. Okay, here we go. A lot of people are asking at lunchtime, why do they take such a big run up to the penalties? Well, all the time it's just to get the horse on the right leg, well balanced, leading with the right first. Good platform for the striking ball. Here we go. Will it hit traffic? It hits traffic, and it's out wide, off a stick, an RH stick, meaning it's a safety 60, a little bit like a corner in football. For those of you that are footy fans, we bring it out where it goes out on the 60-yard line, in the position that the ball went out of play from the defending team. So 60 now awarded once again for Juan Martin.
Nero with the strike this time, he's got the high ball, it's taken there by Rodrigo Andrade, it's blocked on the line, superb defensive play by Rodrigo Andrade, now RH taking counters, Sampo Gasset taking it up now towards his own 60-yard line. We want to see the players get moving again after a couple of slower minutes as Gasset hits it down the centre. He was looking for Soleimani, but there in defence is Jean-Francois Decaux, the Frenchman, with the open backhand, but it's picked up by Andrade, hooked out the play by Byron Watson, eventually it's Martin Podesta. Min Podesta now with the drive, Rodrigo Andrade goes, Jean-Francois Decaux, he's back, Rodrigo Andrade, he's in front, at the angle, under the net, through the goal, and another superb finish by Rodrigo Andrade. What a counter-attack by RH.
Oh, what an angle again for Andrade. He had that cut shot earlier, John, and that one under the neck. And probably the same sort of angle on the other side of the field. Great finish.
Amazing play, Rodrigo Andrade. Winner of the British Open before with Sakara. Probably worth mentioning, a lot of these teams, you will hear us talking about how often players have won this tournament with different types of teams. People tend to change teams yearly, or in lower levels every tournament in polo. That is why we often mention them playing with different combinations of different teams. But yes, Rodrigo Andrade, here's a winner of this tournament before, but it's picked up now by Casset. Casset hooked out the play, and it's there now with Polito Perez. Perez turning around quickly, down the ground goes Juan Martin Nero. Polito Perez will close down quick enough there by Rodrigo Andrade to make him have to think twice as it's left now for Byron Watson. Watson backing himself to go first past Andrade. And what a shot by Byron Watson! Is it going to go? It went, but it's wide.
Went further than my grandma goes on holiday, John.
Yeah. Had to crack that one out, I guess. Every year, Carl, every year.
It's trademarked. Right, we're in from the back line. Here we go. Straight down the middle, that's dangerous. Byron meets it head on. Andrade saves it, takes it on the near side, clears it out of there. cancel each other out with a little clash of sticks. Probably need a new one after that, Polito, because that hit Andrade's stick at 100 miles an hour. Back to RH. Look at Byron. He is everywhere. Chip up, trying to take it wide to Cassette. Will he find it? No, comes to the stick of Polito. Polito looks up and he's got Nero going for the run. Hits the back of Cassette's horse, just slows it down. There's a beautiful backhand. Who's going to be quick to turn onto it? Andrade, Rodrigo. And it's out over the board. Little hit then to the red boys. Shout to play.
Lavanda, come round, one Martin Nero. Going up down the ground is Byron Watson. Give him one Martin the option if he wants to use him. Waiting close is Min Podesta. Just trying to force any sort of an error here out of one Martin, who goes right, then left. Oh, he dummied himself as he's left it behind. And Min Podesta will get there. Lovely defensive play. A game by Byron Watson, but it's picked up superbly now by Rodrigo Andrade. And Andrade's gone. Rodrigo Andrade, oh, his eyes lit up just for a second. Coming back though was Byron Watson. Called off the play. For now it's Sapper Cassette. Sapper Cassette approaching the 60 for RH Polo. Looking to put some daylight between the two sides. A fancy little stick work 40 yards out. This is a real chance now for RH Polo in defense. Oh, he's through the hook. It's beautiful there by Sapper Cassette. What a goal by this man. He's been 10 goals in Argentina. He's been 10 goals in England. He's looking, heading back in that direction.
Definitely, John. 9 goals, but definitely 10 all the way in that play. Just a little nice fancy stick work. Didn't get too flustered. There was men all around him, and he still managed to keep his cool. Popped it in, changed horse, and he's back, already ready to go. This is such a great start in the second chukker to both these teams. They fly back to the middle. Clock is ticking. It's 4-2. And it goes straight out the side, comes to Andrade. Deco's there. So is some Bamba. And Andrade says he couldn't hit it properly because there was a red player in the way. Whistle is blown.
I think the red player just wants us to try to get out of the way. Andrade wasn't going to stop. We'll see.
Umpires having a chat, yeah.
They've given it to RH, and it seems they did decide there that one Martin Nero just a little bit quick there to get in front of the swing of Rodrigo Andrade. So it'll be a spot hit to RH, just a minute and a half, a minute remaining here in this second chukker. See before them having a chat. For those who did watch the quarter-final, RH against Park Place, the team in black, they really did come good that day. They've been threatening to put on a performance like that all year, and they're going to be trying to continue the momentum here now as Cassette comes around, sending his players down the ground. Is it going to be a first time hit? It's a drive by Cassette. He's left it short though, and Polito Perez will look to get there, and he has the line, so Min Podesta can't get a shot. It's still there with Polito Perez. Byron Watson and Juan Martin Nero go. Nero will pick it up. Byron Watson going up from the pass of Nero, chooses to use him, slowing it down as the train goes down the ground for Labamba de Areco. Left now for Polito Perez. Perez using to see there where the blockers, and he looks to go round Podesta. Podesta's got to be quick. Polito Perez, you can't give this man an inch. It's Polito Perez. Look at the speed, look at the control, look at the goal. No, he's left it behind. It still may go. It's Watson. He can't finish it off. It's wide to the right-hand side. He was running through. He'd gone through the entire defence and just missed the goal shot.
It's amazing how that horse just suddenly found another gear. Polito head down, knows exactly where the goal is by his sonar, and that horse just dropped into another turbo boost to let him go through there. Right, RH, Andrade, off the side. Oh no, sorry, Andrade here. Cassette waiting. Rodrigo. Cassette says I'm behind if you need. Rodrigo says I'm going to go. I'm going to go on the near side. Juan Martin and Rodrigo. 2 number 4s. Another cut shot. Surely. Go for it. Here it goes. It's on the angle, but this time just a bit wide. Good attack play from Rodrigo.
So ladies and gentlemen, the buzzer did go whilst Andrade was attacking. I'm not sure if the players have heard, but let's hear it for both sides. That is the end of the second chukker, and a great chukker for the team of black, RH Polo. Hopefully we have basketball. They know it's chukkers now.
His name was Jeff, he had a horse. He walked alone with his 2 coins in his purse. He made his way through the country and the street with nothing more than his hat and his shade. Everyone knew him as a poor little boy, and no one seemed secure about how he was destroyed. Jeff, his name was Jeff.
Final chukker of his first half. Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. Especially from the players' end. There was a bell just before they hit full wide. So it will be a knock-in for La Bamba Diarraco. Looks like it's going to be Byron Watson. We've already seen the distance this young man can hit a ball, so no surprise that his higher handicap teammates give him responsibility. He hits it out left, looking for Juan Martin Nero. Nero uses Polito Perez as a blocker. Watson's gone if Nero wants to use him. Nero just had a look, decides to keep it close instead, leaves it behind. Luckily for him, Polito's quick, but was he quick enough? Martin Podesta, he's in between the two, and Podesta, the young Argentine, so knows Andrade, who comes away with it, both wearing similar hats, and Andrade showing a lot of it there to the back line, but the open backhand was hit there by Polito Perez. Picked up again by Rodrigo Andrade. Backhand into the pony there, Juan Martin Nero. Nero will look to turn and get onto the line before Cassette can call the foul, and the umpires say play on. Just getting a little bit scrappy here in this first chukker. Safa Cassette is able to pick it up in between 2 La Bamba players. Lovely hook though by Jean-Francois de Cause. It falls now for Nero. Nero with the backhand, looking for Byron Watson. Again, the ball flies into a pony, and Rodrigo Andrade continues to make life difficult. This time, so I know it's Martin Podesta. Podesta fighting hard. Coming away with the ball is Juan Martin Nero, and just says to everyone, get out my way, this is my right, as he now goes out to the left-hand side of Polito Perez. But it's picked up by Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade, closing him down is Juan Martin Nero, still there with Rodrigo Andrade, turning around to face the goal. Rodrigo Andrade being fought all the way by Juan Martin Nero. It's a battle of wills there as Nero pushes Andrade all the way back, and RH have come away with it.
Andrade takes possession, goes right, nice little block from RH. Can he keep it now? It's a bouncing ball, he's lost it, comes back to Nero. They all turn, and the attack is now from La Bamba. Got to be careful, no one's up front yet. Byron's not there yet, so he's going to go wide on his own. He's got one man dropping back in defence, and he's got Martin chasing him. This could be a chance for Nero. Has he chipped it underneath too much? There you go, there's the whistle as like a steam train, Nero coming down. RH on the line. We talked about the line of the ball. For those of you new to polo, when a player strikes a ball, they create a right of way. Priority line that becomes established, and a player cannot cross that line when they're playing the shot. But the whistle's blown as Nero goes for an attack on goal. Every time the whistle goes, it stops the clock. The spot penalty in favour of the red shirt of La Bamba. They can't defend this. Quick changing of horsepower from some of the players. Polito puts it in the spot, but says, you take it, Juan Martin or Polito. I don't let someone else. Polito, here we go. Little stroke. Along the ground, up and through. There's the flag. Goal to La Bamba.
Pull one back, 4 goals to 3 men out shell. Should of course welcome everyone viewing today on the live stream. Both the semis and the final will be live on the internet.
And highlights to every other game are available on the Calgary Polo website as well. So players now back in the middle. It's going to be RH going towards the scoreboard end. A scrappy couple of minutes at the beginning of this first chukker. So players look to get some momentum going again. The ball has come out the back of the line now, and it's going to be here now with Martin Podesta. Podesta, he leaves it for his captain, Sapper Cassette. Cassette underneath the pony there towards Byron Watson and one Martin Nero. Still there though with Cassette going with scenic route round Watson. Has a look at the end of the next shot. Has he found the angle? He has, but he hasn't got the distance, and it's going to fall over the back line, and it will be Lavanda Bull off a good third.
Cassette breaks away, he really takes that game and the flow of the attack with him. Unlucky for that, over the back line, brought in by Bamba. Now, let's see what they're going to do. Byron stays close, so does Jean-Francois. Nobody's moved yet. Byron goes left, drags a man that way, so Nero goes the other. He's got Polito behind him. Up in the air, still forced to Nero. Juan Martin now. Polito behind, he says, okay, I've got it. In goes Nero as the block. Polito changes the line, goes to the right. Looks up, he's got Cassette. Bouncing ball, but he manages to get a good strike on that along the boards in front of Jean-Francois, but it's intercepted by RH. Now the attack again, Andrade goes up front to get the pass from Martin, but no, in goes Cassette. Oh, what play! Martin, Podesta, out wide. Goes for the cup. Tries to chip it to find Cassette.
Lavamba though in defence with Nero. The work is good. The backhand goes looking for Jean-Francois Deco. It's left a little bit short, so Deco had to come back. He had no line. Cassette hits the end of the next shot, but it's wide to the right-hand side, getting closer with their long distance shots. You see though how these two styles are counteracting each other at the moment, with players going in a heap of games and a lot of space for either side to really get going as Byron Watson comes in the game and takes for Lavamba. He keeps first of all Polito Perez close. Now Perez goes out to the left. A long drive by Byron Watson isn't quite long enough to give Polito Perez an easy, but he picked it up superbly on the near side. Comes in front of a couple of players, including his own number one, Jean-Francois to go, and is now there with Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade up onto the left of Byron Watson. Watson and Polito Perez watching the Brazilian carefully, and it's Jean-Francois Leco who eventually comes away and gives it to Polito Perez. Perez leaves the ball behind, picked up by Andrade, under the neck, no angle, and it will go over back line for Lavamba.
Hello.
So,
It's fine.
minutes to go before half time. A completely different flow to this game than the first semi-final we had today.
Well,
Byron
unless Mike's over there now.
playing great at the back and spanking that ball up. Polito.
Unless he's got something that he has to go back.
Nero, Juan Martin Nero. Lovely strike. Oh, Jean-Francois blocking. There goes the ball from Nero. Polito can't get back in. Beautiful backhand from Cassette. Saves the day and hits it up to Podesta. Across the front they go. Waiting is RH. That's a great pass to Rodrigo Andrade. Out front. Sorry, that's Ben Solomoni. Taking on the near side. Couldn't quite get him underneath the belly. Comes back to Nero. Nero now.
Jaco's at the front if Nero wants to use him. Nero underneath the stick. First of all, of Rodrigo Andrade uses Byron Watson there as a blocker on Martin Podesta. Jean-Francois Deco and Polito Perez are going up in attack now. Lavamba de record. No one was watching the Frenchman Deco. Jean-Francois Deco, the first shot is good. He can slow it down. He's on the near side. Oh, he's left it behind. He's left it behind as Sapper Cassette will pounce. Cassette now for RH, looking to start any counter he can under pressure for Polito Perez. Cassette is still there, the two Argentines coming together, and it's Perez who just about got it. No, Cassette still somehow keeps it away from Perez and now looks to go for RH. Sapper Cassette still has it. He's through first Perez, then Nero, but eventually the two Lavamba players crowded him out. And there comes Juan Martin Nero, and the umpires, a firm whistle, bring us to a halt.
Just watching Polito there, just constantly tackling, constantly trying to give hassle there on that play. Jean-Francois out there at that one, waiting for the ball. Great little pass. Just couldn't finish it off, but Quick change from horses. A nice flowing polo, not too many penalties in this chukker as yet. Byron seems to be getting all the pressure today, but he's been taking it well. So we reconvene with an RH. Ball to take. Not long now in the third. RH only up by 1. Can they get another one before this half is out? Polito waits, blocks. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot up wide. Up to the top, but back is Nido. Plenty of men behind him. "30 seconds. There's the buzzer. Polito just slows down, brings it back to the left. He's got Cassette waiting. There's the drive. Tries to be picked up on the near side by Nilo. Ooh. Wow, Podesta with a challenge. Oh! Byron turns. So does Jean-Francois. Nice backhand. Go for it. Goes for the one shot. Hits the horse, and that's the end of the chukker. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for both teams. 4 to RH Polo, 3 to La Bamba.
Yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you're part of a match for halfway point. If we could make your way back out onto the field one more time, showing any divots. Back underway in the second half.
Yeah, but if you work
our
and
second set of the sides, of course.
But the only way for you to be
right
here
to play
is
against
to be
Alabama.
right?
His name was Jeff, he had a horse. He walked alone with his 2 coins in his boys. He made his way through the country and the shade, with nothing more than his hat and his shade. Everyone knew him as a poor little boy, And no one seemed secure, but I was a Jeff. His name was Jeff.
So buzzer going on down my right. Matches means the players will be mounting on their ponies to make their way back out onto the field for the second half. So if you could be taking your seats for the second half. And the second half of that first semi really kicks off. And we're same one goal separated for teams. And let's go for more of that.
was Jeff, he had a horse. He walked alone with his 2 coins in his purse. He made his way through the country and shade, with nothing more than his hat and his shade. Everyone knew him as a poor little boy, and no one seemed secure, but I was destroyed. Jeff, his name was Jeff.
Byron shot from where? Jesus, he crashes it. Sorry, Nick. I've heard you for many years.
Yeah, I heard you for many years. I wish you would. Amazing for this second half of the second semi-final. The winner of this will join El Romanzo in the final on Sunday. So we've got both teams out. Take your places. Let's get ready. Strap in, because I think these next 3 chukkers, by the start of the first 3, are certainly going to be tough. But both teams fighting it out, literally, as John said.
He does need to ask her.
They are certainly bringing the fight to each other. Very close going into half-time, 4-3.
But no.
Some quick team talks and tactics and change of horses.
Yeah, I moved back to England last year.
Who can just edge away in this second half.
And,
players are asked to line
I
up.
live in the States as well, but yeah, playing professionally.
Ball will be thrown in.
I
Starts
do, yeah.
where it
He lives
finished.
about 2 hours away from me in Florida.
Or half-time.
So yeah, I'm very much riding every day. It's actually quite a good spot here. I got the shade.
And without a line and a
Best
gap,
seat in the house. Good decision.
the umpire won't throw in the ball. We've got 2 umpires
That's
ready
the secret to losing this
and
one.
sorted. Please, if you're walking down the side of the pitch, if you could quickly
It's not your first
pop
time.
yourself in behind the line, and away we go. Straight to Cassette. Guillermo, straight away, look at this horse, leave that pack, leave that melee. Oh, unfortunate for him, but he still has possession. Chips it under the neck, beautiful, but I think RH thought that he was going to go back, so they stopped the attack. There's Byron with the backhand, punched out of the air by Andrade. Amazing play by Rodrigo, and it's up towards the far side of the grandstand.
Rodrigo Andrade there now for RH, taking it in for 60. The chances here for the team in black to put that daylight between the 2 sides again. We've already seen this man at the angle. He's gone for it again. It's going to roll close, but it looks like it's going to be Andrade back onto it. Through the goal. What a finish. Not much wider to go was there on the near side. Andrade just nicked in. 5 balls for 3. What a finish. by Rodrigo Andrade. We've seen 3 goals from him now.
Yeah.
At similar kind of angles. Looking to put this side into the final. La Bamba, plenty of time left in this game, but we've seen already this afternoon how quickly games can change, how quickly the momentum, the tide can swing, and the Reds will be hoping for just that as they line up again, and it falls for Byron Watson. Watson, he gives it to Juan Martin Nero. Nero underneath the horse of Min Podesta. Ben Soleimani thought better of going for a bite of the cookie there, just reaching out and allowing Juan Martin Nero and Rodrigo Andrade to fight it out. Still there with Juan Martin Nero. The speed of the horse just takes him to the left of the Brazilian. In bow comes Kajama Cassette. Cassette fighting hard with Juan Martin, who's still there on the near side. Nero looking to fight his way through. Cassette on the near side, stick in the air. Whistle is gone. The ball has ended up going wide. We'll see which way the umpires decide to give it. Both felt they had the right of way on the near side. And it looks like the umpires have given it in favour of RH, deciding that Nero had to play it on the offside, Cassette had the near side, and that's why the penalty's there in favour of the team in black.
For 20 years, you know.
He says it with such conviction that you do. Welcome for correcting it.
Red team, 30 yards back. Comes RH. Cassette goes left. So there's Ben Soleimani. There's a nice pass to Ben. Byron. Oh, straight in there. Look how he's. Look at this from Byron. Great play. Now he looks up. What is his choice? Is the number 2. In goes Polito. Oh. Andrade and Byron collide. Cassette comes in to have an input into the conversation and the decision, but the umpires don't even talk. They're straight up onto the penalty line, and it's in favour of La Bamba del Recto.
2-on-1 call that one.
Yeah.
The 2 players fighting it out for the ball. Third player came in. That third player will always be penalised. That third player in this case was Cassette. So close penalty now for Martin Nero. Nero strikes it along the ground, blocked by Andrade. It's up high and handsome. It's still with Cassette. It's really toying with the goal line there, but it's gone wide over the back line, off the stick of Sapper Cassette. Unless the umpires have seen
When did you watch the first game?
The Bamba are protesting about.
It's a good game, man.
It'll be
The video replay, the TMO
Yeah,
that
I
everyone's
think
talking about
I
this
would
year.
say 90%.
VAR, looks like kicked us another
I was
time.
standing
Andrade
in the landing
punched
on
it
the
out the air.
Because afterwards I had to do the ROR.
The way he can do these
And,
angle shots and punching it
was-
literally
The atmosphere
on
was
the end of his
awesome.
stick. Looks like it was
Yeah.
knocked out. The ball's been placed back on the line for another shot at goal for La Bamba.
And probably any other day this would be a great game. But what we've just followed.
So Juan Martin will circle. Horse ears forwards, pricked. Couple of practice shots. Looks up. Good platform. Here we go. Great swing, long, down, hard. Oh, straight through.
Oh, Byron.
Through some traffic. And a ricochet off, but it went through the posts. And La Bamba move a bit closer to RH. 4 goals now. 1 goal in it, John.
Players are back to the centre of the ground. Umpires will just wait for any sort of gaps. A real dogfight at the moment between these 2 sides, really trying to force any sort of space they can. And the ball is back in play. It's there at the back of the line out with Martin Podesta. Podesta taking it round in front of all his players there, coming in to close him down. Spotting round angle was Polito Perez. Perez going back hard, takes the over Podesta and it falls now for Juan Martin Nero. To score that last goal for La Bamba de Areco. He's got Deco calling for the tail backhand. Too many players go, so Nero brings it out the crowd. And here he goes, Juan Martin Nero. He's suddenly found some space. Went for a big shot, but just left it short. And Rodrigo Andrade's got the line. Calling for a backhand is Cassette. Coming in making life difficult though for Andrade was Juan Martin Nero, but eventually the Brazilian is able to turn it round. And Rodrigo Andrade, Juan Martin Nero still just waiting next to Rodrigo. The umpires again a shout use it, so it goes Rodrigo Andrade. The speed was good enough. Coming up now into the 70 yards or so out from goal is Rodrigo Andrade. Nero coming in for another bite, but it's still there with Andrade, fighting his way any way that he can through the whole crowd. It's like a football defensive wall there for Andrade to get through. Deflects off one, two ponies, and eventually falls for Polito Perez.
Polito literally hanging out the side of the saddle there, came to his stick. Byron comes through like a missile straight away, coming up to the top, and Rodrigo goes back in defence, so it's now going to be Byron and Rodrigo. Can he control this? He's just going to check up a little bit, get himself sorted, get it down on his side. He looks up, what are his options? He knows he's got Jean-Francois behind. He knows Martin's coming into hassle. Too much hassle then, Jean-Francois tries to get a near side stick on it. Lovely play from Jean-Francois, and across, and on the offside. This is lovely from Jean-Francois, in front of goal. Oh, he goes for the underbelly millionaire shot. Jean-Francois, what a player. Unbelievable play from him, but it's turn now. Polito, look at that. Rodrigo and Polito literally like bees to honey, and there's the whistle in that fricassee there, the melee.
Lovely play by Jean-Francois to go. The millionaire shots, I believe they call that when he went for on the horse. Underneath the belly
Spot black.
of his pony. And the decision is in favour of RH. Jean-Francois Decaux will go back, and it's the team in black who just have the ball to bring it away. There with Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade just sees where the angle is. Kajema Cassette comes back on a fresh pony. Andrade though, oh, he fancies himself to take them all on. Rodrigo Andrade fighting with Juan Martin Nero. Nero though was good, but backhand not quite so. So it's there now with Min Podesta. Podesta not any distance on it. Watson sees his man go. Oh, it deflects off a pony. Polito just has come back on himself. Perez now chased down quickly there by two RH players, as it's still there with Polito Perez right on the boards. We're going to need to see Juan Martin Nero coming in to give his teammate a hand. There's Polito, just takes it underneath the pony of Min Podesta, and we have another whistle on the field, and this one looks to be going up in favour of La Bamba. Penalty 3, 40-yard shot, the team in red. It's Podesta just to be riding too close to the line. And a real chance here for La Bamba to tie us up. 2 minutes remaining in this fourth chukker.
You on the back? No? Oh, they need to tie this out. Oh, Manero's playing 2 minutes without mallet then. 2 minutes what? Without a mallet. He broke his mallet.
It's up high, but it's wide. Oh, don't often see Juan Martin missing those. That could be crucial in this chukker. How will RH respond? In it comes. Now Polito goes to Hassel. There's the release up to try and find a free man. Oh, there's the drive up to Cassette and up to Soleimani. Byron doing great at getting these backhands in. He's playing number 2, number 3, number 4. There was definitely a couple of black players smothering a Polito. Yeah, getting crucial now. I'm sure there's plenty of ladies out there that would love a Polito sandwich.
Oh.
Up it goes. Penalty to La Bamba.
It's a pretty nice name, Christian.
Another chance then for Juan Martin Nero from a penalty shot, as you heard Carl put so eloquently, a bit of a sandwich there against La Bamba de Areco, and it will be Juan Martin Nero coming round to try and tie it up just as we approach the final minute of the ball. Juan Martin Nero, again it's along the ground, again it looks good, but Juan Martin Nero, his second 60 in a row, which has just kind of forced its way through.
No?
And we do have a tied game. It's not the most open game, but it certainly is intriguing to watch these two teams giving absolutely everything in this game at the moment. And with minutes going before, we are tied on the board, just one goal in this chukker so far. And we'll see as we go as the players look to begin to open it up. But they are back in the middle. The umpires just waiting for the gap, and we're underway as it comes out for Jean-Francois Decaux. He's took a by Min Podesta. Min Podesta now looking to go up against Juan Martin Nero, who's coming back hard. Min Podesta out from 60. The shot towards the goal. It's running. You can see how quickly Nero needs to get back. He can't get there. And that is the sort of polo we want to watch. Min Podesta taking it from the line out. Taking it down, and what a goal from the young Argentine. Him and Byron Watson really are two of the most exciting young players in world polo right now. It's great to see them battling away in this game. 30 seconds or so left in the chukker, 6-5.
Yeah, at that time, not really.
Another quick break now, this time from La Bamba. Jean-Francois. 30 seconds to go. In goes Cassette with a little hook. Rodrigo takes it on the near side. Polito waiting. Just causes enough hassle for Rodrigo. Great backhand from Byron. Oh, Cassette and near it. Oh, there's a whistle there. And that'll be the end of the chukker on the whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for both teams in the fourth. 6-5, RH Polo lead. And we'll start with a penalty in the fifth chukker.
as we move towards the fifth chunk of this game, also being played for a trophy for Tramontana Cup. That'll be presented again over between the two grounds by white members enclosure down there, so please do make your way following this game. Show your appreciation for the second game.
Try and capitalise.
Still plenty of time for these players to find their rhythm and really get going. We will be underway with an RH penalty just for the spot. They of course go long and towards the scoreboard. Cassette bringing his troops back. We've seen Mid-Pedestrian taking a lot of his set plays forward side. We'll see a change of tactic in.
He did beat us very well in the second, but luckily we had scored enough goals in the first half. Okay. He destroyed us. Well,
our past school player has indeed going to be set to come round and take. Waiting close to him are both Rodrigo Andrade and Ben Soleimani. Down the ground has been Podesta. Change of tactic it is for case of the Podesta. You can see looking into the eyes of Nero, trying to get to him, taken away though by Watson as Cassette is able just to hit the little sandwich out wide, looking for Rodrigo Andrade now for RH Polo. Andrade just slowing it down, under pressure straight away from Nero, the shot down the ground then, looking for Cassette, who's kept going and now needs to go round the outside of Polito Perez. Cassette, oh look at the speed, it's Cassette with the cut shot, is it going to go? It's rolling up high on the left hand side of the goal.
rolling.
Good eyesight.
I'm just noticing the juicy little bird that's just flashed into the
Flying through the air, right, ball back in by Byron. Yes, cousin to Facundo is waiting up the top. Nero comes in to do some famous playmaking like he does. Juan Martin getting hassled by Andrade. Oh, how he managed to get that away from him, I don't know, but there was another man free, and that was a great backhand. Back goes Polito now to try and cover the back door for La Bamba. Byron trying to block out Andrade. Polito now got a bit of time, but Cassette's waiting. Juan Martin now goes with Cassette. A man on a man, trying to leave the way for Polito. Left it back, little tap back, and then fired up by Nero. This could be the break that they need. Up to Polito, he's got some speed. Goes for the angle shot in front of goal. Oh, yes!
What a finish!
What a finish from there, from here, John. I didn't think that was going to make it, but what a shot from Polito. Great play. There's a little tap back. Him and Juan Martin working very well in the middle. And a good finish from Polito.
Players then back in the centre of the game beginning to get running. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these players a round of applause. Let's get them encouraging to get moving here in this fifth chuck of the ball. Now comes out here for Juan Martin Nero. He gives it first straight to Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade now for RH Polo. Has a look, surveys the situation out in front. Way off the player, Sapa Cassette and Juan Martin Nero. So it's up here with Rodrigo Andrade still. Andrade taking on Byron Watson. Watson says it's your ball, take the shot down the ground, but it's going to be picked up by Nero. Stolen off him by Min Podesta. Nero, he goes for a shot, keeps it close by instead. There's Cassette, he comes in for a bite of it. Cassette steals it off the Tengola, Juan Martin. Sapa Cassette hooked away though, and we're gone, the counter is gone, and it's going to be Polito Perez. Everyone had a look to see if the umpires had blown, but it's still there with Polito. The bouncing ball won't stop this man. Oh yes it does.
Yeah. Oh, normally it doesn't though, John, you're right, but that was a great backhand from Byron that set up the attack from Polito. And look at Byron again under the next shot. If only Polito had just hung back a little bit more, but I don't think even Polito thought Byron was going to connect with that so well, and it comes to Cassette. Ben's waiting. Andrade. A little bit of time from Cassette, just calms the troops for a second. Knows Byron's there. Andrade and Byron go with each other. Still Cassette's being allowed to bring it a hell of a long way. There's a launch up to Andrade. He's going to go for one of his fancy angle shots. No, he's not. He gets hassled by La Bamba. There's a whistle there in front of goal. This time, La Bamba not letting Andrade get on the end of that ball with their stick, but we'll see. 6 apiece in the 5th. Very different kind of game to the first game we saw today, ladies and gents. The scoreline as well, a lot lower.
Penalty 2 then in favour of RH. It was Decaux coming in at all sorts of angles with that ride-off, penalised there. Not shoulder to shoulder, not level speed, and it's going to be a penalty 2, 30-yarder in favour of Cassette. Cassette with the 30 along the ground, nothing that La Bamba can do, and Orange Polo have themselves back in the lead. 7 goals to 6 now. Players come back to the middle. 3 minutes remaining here in the 5th.
Interesting, John. Sapo's got a 100% record throughout this tournament on his 30-yarders and his safety 60s. Just dropping a tiny bit on his 40s, but yeah, great penalty take.
Such an important part of the game as well. We saw that 60 at the end there, narrowly missed in that last game. It was a game decider, but Sapa Cassette, like you said, has been on form with those penalties. Perez, though, for La Bamba, looking to show. You heard Jean-Francois Decaux shouting for the hit, but Polito Perez chose to keep it close. Polito now for La Bamba de Areco, in for this game instead of Palon Sterling. It's still there with Perez, just toying with the 2 RH players in defence. Eventually, Rodrigo Andrade got his man through, came Juan Martin Nero, the ball eventually left behind, and it's Rodrigo Andrade in front of Byron Watson.
That was, I'm not sure how they got away with it there, but Andrade comes right over to the far side, clearing away. Byron goes back in, hassling. Literally, he is the troublemaker out there in a good way, causing lots of hassle for RH, but this could be a break for Cassette. Look at that horse open up. Ah, dodgy connect bounce there, but it's claimed back by the red shirt. Backhand, little one up in the air. That wasn't what they wanted. Andrade read it well. They spin back round. Could they have another go? Byron comes in, but Andrade hangs back. Cassette behind. Got a good horse. Goes for the long drive. Won't go all the way, so it'll be Byron that's there first. Clears up to Jean-Francois.
Jean-Francois Decaux now for La Bamba and his side looks to get going again. The connection first time wasn't great. He certainly gets it on the second. He's up over the halfway line. Decaux takes Soleimani. Soleimani coming back hard. Decaux, he's out there with Ben Soleimani. Still what a shot. Jean-Francois Decaux. It's rolling. It's rolling. It's through. Jean-Francois Decaux. And Carl, if your Bruce can't do it for you.
Yeah. What a player. We talked about him earlier, having that lovely run. Jean-Francois, let's give him a round of applause.
What a goal!
What a goal! Come on, La Bamba, he says. Come on. And you're right, John, if your pros can't do it for you, you just have to go and do it yourself. Unbelievable. Great. He is on cloud 9. Look at the passion coming out that man. And now the game's holding up, John.
Decaux just left it behind there. Polito Perez coming back onto it. What can the 9-goaler Polito do, having seen Jean-Francois do that? Polito Perez now taking it up over the halfway line. Lofted shot. He was looking for Decaux, but instead it's going to fall for Byron Watson and Min Podesta. The ride-off was good by Min, and the backhand, beautiful backhand hit by Sapa Cassette, finding now Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade closed down quickly by Juan Martin Nero. Brazilian called for a backhand. The players now are really getting going at the end of the 5th chukker, and it's Polito Perez. Perez called for the open backhand. Chooses so to keep it close and looks to go round Min Podesta. Lovely play by Podesta. Lovely neck shot as well. But Cassette had come back, and it's going to go all the way out for the boards as we hear the first buzzer go. Signaling 30 seconds left in the 5th. All on his own now is Juan Martin Nero. The blocking is good by Polito to give Juan Martin the space. He now hits it long up towards Jean-Francois Decaux. Decaux wants to go again. It's Jean-Francois Decaux. Can he get his second in as many minutes? Jean-Francois under the neck. He'll say he left it on purpose. It's Byron Watson. He's ridden up the play, and it's now going to fall for Cassette. We've got about 5 seconds to go before that second buzzer. Sapa Cassette looking for as much ground as he possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. That's the end of the 5th chukker. They haven't heard it. 1 chukker remains. Are we going to go to overtime again?
He had a horse, he walked alone with his 2 coins in his boards. He made his way through the country and the shade, with nothing more than his hat and his shade. Everyone knew him as a poor little boy, and no one seemed secure, but I was destroyed. Jeff, his name was Jeff.
To get in their lineup this year, the faith that they show in him, we've really seen the length he can hit. It just allows for his forward thinking Argentines the space to go and do the damage.
Come on then, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this 6 chukker. They're in front of us. Let's give them a big cheer here on the grandstand. Those of you on the far side. It's good for both these teams and players to hear the support from the crowd. And the final chukker, 7-7 in the 6. Here we go. Straight in to the middle it goes, and it comes to RH. Picked up Andrade. Andrade out the air. Byron going back to hassle Polito behind. Andrade and Byron. Look at Byron. What a play. Took the man, backed it out. Nice play from Byron. But it comes back to RH.
Min Podesta through the stick, first of all of Deco, then through Polito. Now, we couldn't quite get round Juan Martin Nero, and Juan Martin, big bump and a ride off from Cassette. Stops Nero before he can get going in the backhand. Is played looking for Podesta again. Podesta again through Polito Perez. Now opens it up, the young Argentine for RH, looking to put his side back in the lead in the final chuck here of the semi. Good backhand by Deco, picked up though by Podesta again, and Podesta has scored the goal for RH. Cool head there on the young shoulders of Min Podesta, and RH their next back in front, 8-7. Can Labamba and John Francois Deco come again.
Straight to Cassette. Cassette for RH, comes away quite quickly, goes out front. Oh, Polito Pierres comes in, so does Nero. Nero does the challenge on Cassette. Whistle as Nero comes in on Cassette. And looks like they're taking that up. We'll see.
Penalty 2.
Yeah.
Penalty 2 then for RH Polo. It was Cassette who came through. Nero just reached under the neck of opposition player's horse. He got pulled up for that one, and that is a real chance here for RH. And how important this could be right at the beginning of this last chukker to go 2 clear. 100% record, you say?
Yeah, on the 30s for sure. Sapo, he's got 100% from the 30 spot and from a 30-yarder. Oh, not anymore. Commentator's curse. We've just put that on you, Sapo. It was 100%, so that's caused a couple of problems there. So only 1 goal in front for RH. What can they do in retaliation? Byron, up to the boards. Now it's a chance for Sapo to really put a field one on. Here he goes, he says, let's do it then from the field. Oh, challenge in the corner. Lots of exclaimed hands. John, what do you think? Okay, thank you for that.
That's all right. Not sure the umpires know either, so that's okay. Having a chat. Well, Sapo Cassette, he felt that a player came underneath his swing. As we know, you're more than welcome to ride off a player or hook their stick, but you cannot ride into a swing. They may have said he then followed through, which from my reading up here is why it was an offset of fouls, and it's just going to be a roll-in. And if I say it with confidence, it'll sound like I'm 100% right. So it's going to be a roll-in right in front of the back line. Still inches out from that RH goal. Can they come away? We saw Cassette with the chance to make it 9. He's going to get another chance here on the ball in front of Polito Perez. Now he comes up on the inside, bringing it under his spell. Taking on now Juan Martin Nero, and please don't ask me, Carl.
No, that was a little bit clearer, that one. Sapo had it, and there's a couple of challenges coming in from the other side. But whilst they take this break in, Martin's doing a quick flyby down to the other end of the pitch. It's unfortunate that his next horse is down that end. So it is a penalty to RH. He did up the priority. So this could take them now to 9. Podesta changes. Everybody gets a fresh pony. Undefended on the line. Here we go, Sapo. Let's bring it back up. No problem this time. There it goes.
9 goals to 7, RH Bay lead. This time Cassette makes no mistake at all from a penalty shot. 5 minutes left in this game. La Bamba, they need this next goal, or RH, they will be in their first ever Gold Cup final. Ben Soleimani makes his way to this throw-in. The ball is back in. It's there with Juan Martin Nero. Nero has it in front of a trio, and he's going for Polito Perez. Polito, though, bringing out the play by Sapo Cassette. Cassette taking the ball underneath the neck, looking for a run of Rodrigo Andrade. Their first throw is Byron Watson. Watson in front of Andrade. The horse just made life difficult, but Watson back onto it now, bringing it round. First of all, Andrade now looking to do the same to Cassette, but it's Cassette who steals it away from Watson, and another whistle has been blown. Seem to have a real affinity for that far corner in this chukker.
Yeah, they sure do. This time, roles are reversed. And now it's the red shirt's chance. So it's the 10-goaler on Martin to take this penalty. Yep, no doubt about it. Up it goes. La Bamba 8, 1 goal in it now. Could go either way. RH still have the edge, but as you know, things can happen very quickly from the off in polo, especially from a throw-in. Anybody gets a clean break, they're going to be clamping down on these big men. So, yeah, there's a couple of cheers in the grandstand. So why don't we give both teams a big cheer? Come on, ladies and gents, RH and La Bamba.
Ball is back in play. It's gone here for Juan Martin Nero. Nero, the 10-goaler, looking to take on Rodrigo Andrade. Andrade got the hook initially and does take away the ball from Juan Martin Nero. Andrade into the body there of Nero. It falls eventually for Min Podesta. La Bamba de Areco told to clear out the way, and Podesta's got to use it. He does, and he may have found Guillermo Cassette. Cassette now for RH, just slowing it down. He thought about the big shot, and now he does go for a big shot. And what a shot it is as well. Looking for Ben Soleimani. Soleimani in front of Nero. The umpires say keep on going. Nero and La Bamba now on the counter. They've got 3 minutes left in this contest to tie us up, as it's here with Juan Martin Nero. Nero keeps it close, not allowing Rodrigo Andrade. So I know it's Min Podesta any chance of the ball. The shot down the ground, looking for Byron Watson. Byron Watson and Rodrigo Andrade at the back. Strong play again by Rodrigo Andrade. He leaves it behind. Byron Watson has to play. We've had a whistle.
We've had a whistle.
We've had a whistle.
Oh, we've had a whistle. Unbelievable. How Byron reached, I can't believe how he managed to get that back over, but we've had a whistle, ladies and gents. What an attack from La Bamba.
As you say, such a strong player, Byron Watson, in those short plays. Coming up against Rodrigo Andrade, he was giving absolutely nothing. The umpires again having a little bit of a chat to see what they feel is the best decision. So difficult for those two players, or those two umpires, sorry, on the field. Just a matter of inches can separate a foul and not a foul.
Yeah.
And they've given no foul. They came for a third man in the stand, and the decision is no foul. So the umpires line the players up. It goes for Polito Perez, stolen off him by Rodrigo Andrade. And Andrade now looks to go for RH. Andrade and Juan Martin Nero knocking lumps out of each other here, right in front of the grandstand. Nero gives his horse a reminder. Down the ground goes Cassette, but Nero didn't give up. We've got just over 2 minutes remaining in the game. Juan Martin Nero told to take it forward. Byron Watson will go and take out the man. Great play there between Juan Martin Nero and Byron Watson. Nero, he will take it back. Just floating nearby, making sure Nero will not have an easy run of this. Polito Perez, he does the blocking. Byron Watson way down the ground now. Oh, Polito's gone on the grey. Watch for Polito. Polito's going to get it.
That's
Polito.
A nice pass.
Polito in front of Andrade. Andrade though on the near side. The umpires say no foul. The umpires say carry on Rodrigo.
Well, umpires say no foul. Andrade picks it up and back. Bogo RH. That was a nice attack from the red shirts. But Andrade now, he's got a couple of options, but he's just got to control it. Was exactly what I was about to say. He's got to control it, but he didn't. This could be a chance. Polito Pierres. He's being chased. He's on his own. He's got Martin in there. Polito.
Now we're warming up. It may take overtime, but we're warming up.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Well, that certainly was a mistake from RH, and Pierres was in the right place. 9 goals, cousin to Facundo, and he made it all count.
Cassette now fighting it out there with 2 La Bamba players. Sapa Cassette has it. Will we see overtime again? We've got a minute. Again, both players claiming that right of way was theirs. The umpires gain a big decision to make. This one looks like it's going to be in favour of RH. The hook, a little bit of a slash. And the team in black, they will have it. Just under a minute remaining. Cassette just having a chat over Rodrigo Andrade and Ben Soleimani. Min Podesta will come back on a fresh pony. Cassette. Coming back round now is Cassette, sending Podesta down the ground straight away. The intention is clear as Polito Perez closes down Cassette. The pass goes out to the left looking for Rodrigo Andrade. Close it down, Andrade always left it, and it's going to be there with Nero. Nero, sorry. Gives it straight back to Andrade. Andrade now for RH, looking to win the game here and now for the team in black. Through the crowd goes Byron Watson. Andrade now, he's in for the final 30 seconds. Rodrigo Andrade going up to the right-hand side of Byron Watson. Still there. Oh, Byron's stolen it, and he's given it to Polito. He's given it to Polito. Can he repeat it? It's Polito Perez for 2 9-goalers. Polito to win it. La Bamba is this end of the final. It's Polito for Polito.
What the it's there. It's still there. There's the buzzer. There's 30 seconds left to go. There's the buzzer. They've got to play the 30 seconds, and we can't believe what we're seeing. Polito Pierres in front of the goal. Could have finished it. Is it going to go to extra time?
Well, the buzzer went.
Yeah.
First buzzer's gone. That goes me, and they're straight there.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match! It's not over yet.
It is now.
It is now. Extra time. Wow. We said, were we going to get another match with extra time today after the first match being so down to the wire, but we are treating you with some top polo here at Cowdrey. You will remember the semi-finals of 2018 for that reason. What cracking polo.